Our Wednesday stream. Weird Wednesday, unusual openings, fun openings, fun size. What's up? Trolling a roll with a challenge. Good to see you guys. Recovering from the multiple tournaments yesterday. My form is not good, but actually, looking back on the games from yesterday's evening tournament, I thought that the play, from my perspective, the rapid tournament I played last night, we had the Ponder Rapid Swiss. Actually, not that bad. We had some good games. Some good games and some bad games, but here we're going to be playing Blitz chess, rapid 5-3 through 7+3. Blitz, borderline rapid with increment, casual. Trolling a roll, challenging. Let's get it started. Bit of a shorter stream today. We're going to cut it short about 15 minutes. I'm going to be here till 1:15 in the afternoon. If you'd like to challenge me, I'm taking challenges. Subscribers first, 5-3 through 7+3. Any time control in the middle like this, 6+4. He likes even numbers. Is that what it's about? You prefer even numbers. Troll is rolling. Rolling the dice. Chess 960. Trolling the roll. Troll, you didn't play in our streamer battle, did you? I can't remember everyone who played. Maybe you did. Actually, you did, didn't you? You were there. D4, D5. White to move. You were on the list, I recall. Alright, pieces should be behind the skeleton of the pawns. Knights before bishops. Knights before bishops. How about my queen? Solid move, reinforcing the center. I have a thing, I don't really like symmetry that much. So, knight d6, feel like I'm just copying him. Welcome guys to the stream. I'm taking challenges, casual 5-3 through 7+3. Let me know if you enjoyed the streamer battle yesterday. If you guys want to keep doing that. Tomorrow night, I gotta send out a message to everybody, reminding them of tomorrow night's subscriber stream. I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna play the full streamer, the full All-Star Arena. I've got a little fed up with that. 3-2 is not my time control. Maybe I'll play a couple games in that, but I'm gonna try to concentrate on the. I'm gonna really try to concentrate on the being able to remember what I was gonna say. I'm gonna try to concentrate. This is a weird move, by the way, A4. I think, unless you're playing on castle and king side. I'm gonna concentrate on the game analysis feature of our Thursday night stream. It's a little scary that Acerbate's not here. Usually he's here to warm up the chat. Ahoy mateys. Interestingly, they use that ahoy a lot in Czechia. Not sure I quite understand the history of that. It's a very common Czech greeting. Ahoy. Most of us only know it from seafaring movies. So G3, we could do the same. He could also strike with E4 though. E3, oh, that's feeble. He's just defending his pawn. Very defensive frame of mind there. Very defensive frame of mind from Troll. Where are we castling? E3. Oh man, I didn't like bishop e4. And he didn't like bishop e5. I think that's what we're both playing a4 and a5 here. Those mystery pawn moves have a secret meaning. So, if I play knight c4, he plays knight c5. I can eject his knight then with b6. I don't know what I'm saying. It's really symmetrical. See, this is why chess 960 just never went mainstream. Games like this. Here we are, it's move 6, and no one has done anything but purely symmetrical moves in a closed position. Antonio, thanks for submission for the subscriber stream on Thursday. Hope you had some good games last night. Weird that I didn't get paired with you. It's like, how did I not get paired with you? I always get paired with you. Knight c4, b3, knight a3 check. That's the problem. Yeah, if I lost again, I don't know what I would do. That could get ugly. I mean, I'm tempted to continue the symmetry here. Just not that many choices. Knight c4 walks into b3, he just kicks me out. The same thing would happen to him if he tried to get his knight out. So here we go. Copycat. Possible to castle kingside, but it's very hard to clear the pieces out of the back rank. Yeah, if you had any doubt that the original arrangement of pieces, you know, is not random. I mean, I think chess 960 is good evidence that it's not. You know, whoever invented the traditional setup of the pieces obviously knew what they were doing, because otherwise it's just sort of very, very strange. The impulsive queen h3 now from Troll. Could it be a mistake? Placing the queen out there, what feels a little bit like a kind of artificial position. It's always funny when it's symmetrical and you have to make the move. I feel like I'm playing a game of chicken. To hell with the structure. So his judgment is structure is not as important as the activity of his queen having a good, and his queen having a good square. Generally speaking, like an isolated rook pawn is probably less problematic than most. So I guess we're just not castling in this one. That's one of the most, well, that's really the most fun feature of chess 960. The waiting game with castling. So Antonio says that Fischer advocated 960s because he was tired of knowing everything. Humans get no sufficient satisfaction. You mean there was no fun left? Like looking for new ideas was gone? Gave up a little early. But eventually, I mean, there's still lots of cool ideas to be discovered. I don't think Fischer was the most optimistic person. I gotta open the window, guys. A little bit of air. It's nice how we don't have much rain now. Since a couple days, we had a really bad period. How are things in Spain? Now, I could have some sun issues. That's another story. Alright. Avoid your challenge for a while. Queen G1. That doesn't look good. That doesn't look right. Wow. Troll is my other knight going to C4. Tempting, but what does it really do? Why would he play Queen G1 voluntarily? Why not choose to defend with the bishop? I kind of like to understand why my opponents do things. It's a good policy. Because that's a good, not trying to think about what your opponents are trying to do is a good way to miss threats. If the opponent makes a move you don't understand, it's a good idea to just keep checking until you're 100% sure you don't understand it. And it's just like a random move. Even with that stupid queen. Very hard to come up with a good plan here for black. Knight c4 is just a temporary move. I go there, he plays bishop f2, and then he can kick me out with that move. Instead, he just simply plays it immediately. There is this possibility of occupying e4. I'm not sure what that does. It could also lead to the loss of a pawn. Definitely regretting opening the window now. Got a huge glare on my left-hand side, as you can see. We'll do the same thing. "35 seconds. Glare resolved. Man, this is like painful to play. Hurts my brain to play this position. Chess would cease to be popular if this was a normal game, I would think. I would prefer the London system. Maybe like knitting or something. Some sort of sewing activity would be more exciting than playing chess. This was the best. If this is the best we can come up with, you need to shift. Whoa, 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 whoa. Easy now. Down, boy. A sudden aggressive turn. I thought the other piece was going to recapture. Knight takes was kind of dangerous. See, setting it up now. Troll initiated this angry sort of attack. Oh, I get it. Bishop e1 was a subtle move. I was too cocky, sacking my queen. I didn't see rook d3. God damn it, Jerry. He found it almost instantly. Good defender, Troll. I thought he would collapse like a house of cards. Just calmly played rook d3, completely refuting my queen sack. Then he panics the next move. Winning position. King b2. It's over. Maybe there's some. c4, even better. Troll felt sorry for me and my valiant queen sacrifice. Oh my god. I'm such an idiot. Wow. Rook takes c2, bishop c3, a little stronger than recapturing. That is horrible. See how strong inherently like greed is for people? Like, I'm not even that materialistic of a player, but I can't grasp the concept that material is not more important than playing for mate. After 35 years of playing chess, it's just such a strong inducement to take the rook, take things. What am I doing? Unbelievable. Honestly, I kind of like gave up here. Sacking the queen is just silly. My original plan was this, but I didn't think this was very clear. You know, I don't know that I'm winning here. So it wasn't so simple. Sam Rida Das, please accept my challenge. Well, I don't accept rated challenges, and it says at the bottom of my stream very clearly 5 plus 3 through 7 plus 3 casual. So those are gone. Petratal, I don't play rated on my stream. I don't play 3-0. I play 5-3 through 7 plus 3. If you want to challenge me sometime when I'm not streaming, I'm happy to play somebody. Those time controls, like maybe like a offhand game, but I'm not going to play those like on the stream while I'm trying to play for another reason. So these guys are going to have to re-challenge or challenge me at another time if they insist on playing that time control. If that explains it. I'm still not awake yet. If you want to play now on this stream, you have to challenge me to 5-3 through 7 plus 3 casual. I will play faster and rated, but it would have to be when I'm not streaming. Okay, Antonio Rexer. So you're cats and dogs. Cats and dogs can re-challenge. F5, 3 through 7 plus 3. Rexer. Alright. Rexer's in. Miralis is a subscriber. That was horrible. Horrible. Troll, you freaked out with like B4. Surprised me there. Maybe you had something. If you had played knight takes B4 originally, it took you like 3 moves to realize that that was the better plan. So if you had simply recaptured that way while my king was still on A7, you might have actually had a strong attack. Shit. Alright. Antonio told me not to accept his challenge, and I wasn't paying attention. He'll have to come back and re-challenge me. Alright. I know. It's just too hard for me to think at 11 o'clock in the morning. Alright. Sorry, guys. It's just hard, man. It's a hard life. Cats and dogs. How can we get you to challenge me casual? What do we have to do? Bribes? Alright, Rexer. I'm gonna take Rexer's challenge. Sit down as a subscriber. No? But he wasn't there when Rexer issued the challenge first. So we'll play this first. Sit down. Sorry. I'm just trying to shake up my brain a little bit. Maybe it'll start functioning. Damn it, troll. You refuted my queen sacrifice with rook d3 pretty quickly there. Svishnikov. So what are we going to play today? What's the difference between bishop g7 and f5 here? I think g3 is a move, but I never really play that sort of setup. Is knight c2 fe good for? The main lines I don't know too well here. I'm just gonna take. This is kind of a good version of this position for black, though. I suspect. So sit down. What are you talking about? Sit down. That's why you said sit down? Sit down? Sit down. Sit down. Sedan. We could say it in a way, I don't know if that's what Troll was referring to. Now I'm picking it up. It sounds like I'm saying sit down. Like a teacher. Sit down. You know, it's funny, I thought you were going to play Queen G5. I have no idea if it's a good move, but it's certainly tempting for black. Temptation is the root of all evil. Sounds like some sort of biblical teaching. Sidan, would you like to go into more detail on the streamer who went crazy? One streamer was going through towel games, he went crazy. I understand now. I never really studied Tao's games in much detail. Maybe a few. The famous ones, and I have 1 or 2 Tao books. It never made me go crazy or anything like that. I mean, maybe he's not the easiest player to understand. Black queen. The temptation of queen g5 was very high. But I think that theoretically, like, I'm not even supposed to take on f5. If we go back, the main line is like f5, g3. That's a line. I believe. So, well, I don't know. G4 is kind of tempting. Taking the white squares. G4, bishop e4, obviously playable. Bishop f3. There doesn't seem to be any sort of forced win for white here. Like trapping the queen or otherwise. Still doesn't seem quite right. So what do we want to do? Strategically, I guess black's okay. Kind of a lame way to play it, but I didn't see anything anywhere special. I don't know what our plan is. I could just castle, but e4 bothers me. Bothering me, son. A little bit of development. Son of Blobix. We haven't seen Blobix on the stream in a long time. I wonder if he went on vacation or something. Queen e2, just a sort of developing move. Not committing to castling yet. I thought gives my rook the ability to come in. Some queen scope. It's a sharp position with ops-colored bishops. I love ops-colored bishop positions. Would prefer to have more time. Okay, so he's unraveling. H5 is a strong move here. Threatening h6. He really isn't happy to see h6. That's why he did it himself, which was probably a good call. I could castle queenside. Masturbate says it's over. What's over? What's over? Your torture? Are they torturing you? Don't let them do that. Don't let them do experiments. Anything like that. Knight f6. Oh my god. Castle's queenside? No. Maybe just this. Do you want to elucidate? Man, I was looking for that word earlier. Couldn't find it. Kiki Chig, he's played this well. I like the way he played this. You got to admire player for this. Obscular Bishop's Classic Sveshnikov. Elucidate. Elucidate us, Asterbate. I mean, black's alright here. Structurally, maybe he's slightly worse. Wow. That's not the safest move in the world. Interesting. Going for it. F5. I understand. I don't know who this player is. They seem really strong for the rating. And very fast, too. If I allow Queen H4, I could have been in trouble, but maybe I misjudged that position. No, I don't know. Yeah, I should have played Queen D5. Should have played Queen D5 there. Forgot I have Rook H3. Asterbate comes in. He's like, it's over. Time for stream. It's over. That's all you need to say. We understand. This was unnecessary to play King F1. Stupid idea. So black should have played D5. But my problem is that I didn't want my rook to have to go to H3 because I want my rook on G6. It's probably not that big a deal either way. I also don't want him playing Queen H4 or Queen H1, obviously. My health bar would go down. Chess health bar. Didn't expect him to trade queens. His bishop was just hanging. Wow. That's good. I just always trust my opponents. They're not just going to leave pieces hanging. That's just not right. Does it seem really good for 1600? No, he's 1600 in chess 960. Quite a defense. He had a bishop at one point. This is a drawn position. Master strength play by black. This is actually the main line. Queen g5 is a bad move, but it doesn't lose. Apparently it does lose. h5. Yeah, there's no clear win here. h5, queen e6, what could be? I don't see a clear win. The computer's giving me 4.4, 4.4. Where's the win? Just h6, I guess. h5, queen g5, h6. I guess I expected this move. Queen e6. Yeah, just keep pushing the h-pawn. That was much stronger. Alright, Brookman, what's up? So sit down. Sit down. Chess is... Troll and Roll is re-challenging me. Nicely defended by black. Black's probably better if black had played d5 when they had the chance to play d5. Other than hanging a piece, it was a pretty good game. Why do you always see the pieces hanging, like, after you make your move? We'll stick to this, but I'm getting a little bored of this system. For now. I don't need to take that bishop right away. But I like the way I played it last time. Like c5 or something. c4. Is that right? Really? That last ending was probably winning for white with like perfect play, or at least good winning chances, but you have to be like a really good technical player. That's one of the hardest endgames to defend, I think, when you're down a pawn, opposite color bishops and rooks. Probably not a win for me. The A pawn isn't the best pawn to have there. It is far away. My kingside pawns are fixed. It's probably a draw. Objectively. Queen d2. Strange move, but it does the job. So the other knight to f6. He'll take on c5. Alright, I think I should take this at some point. What if I play g4 and just like win your central pawn? That's not a problem. What? Black had mate in 2? Mate in 2? In what position? What position does he have mate in 2? It's crazy. In the Brooklyn game, I'm getting mated? How does that even happen? Seriously? Without the queens on the board? That's crazy. White's used 13 seconds for the whole game. And he's 1400 in Blitz. Dude, how can you be 1400 in Blitz? How is that even possible? If you're like hanging pieces? I don't even know how I'm 9-0 against you. You're just too solid to be losing every game against me. You're in a meeting, I know. No, I'm sorry, Antonio, you told me. And I was gonna hold off, but I forgot. Just send me another challenge. I've made it very clear on my stream over the last couple of years, Rookman, that I hate the London system, and I don't like when people play it. I'm very anti-London system. So when Sidan, you know, brings it to me every day, I get a little bit grumpy. You also played it as well, but I'm a major proponent of hatred for the London system. So now d5. Now that's something most people who play the white side of London are unwilling to do. To turn it into a Benoni. Probably a good move, objectively. We come up with a new plan. A6 is a useful move, pretty much. Wow. Wow. That's a diagonal. I'm not sure e4 is a safe move to play. White's a little bit overconfident in this type of Benoni structure. Last time he like castled queenside into my dragon bishop or something like that. He doesn't seem to understand. He's the one that gave up his dark square bishop. You know, you've got to be very careful about this bishop. Don't castle queenside and don't weaken that diagonal. Try to do something else. I wouldn't play that. I think he's just freaked out. I mean, he's the one who went out of his way to let me get his dark square bishop. Someone should forcibly make Sidan start to castle kingside. You're only allowed to castle kingside from now on. There's nothing wrong with castling kingside in the London system, dude. It's completely normal. It's okay to do that. Don't be afraid. Castle kingside. Ironically, like, it might be really dangerous now. We have a pretty strong attack here. Just when I told him it was safe to castle kingside, never ever listen to my advice. It's the one time when it wasn't safe to castle kingside. But I mean, he did it to himself by playing e4. I mean, there's no reason to do e4. If your pawn is on e3, this diagonal is not a problem. I don't have access to the d4 square for checks and stuff like that. But I know from experience, like playing with white, don't want to do that. Now, rook takes, rook takes. Rook takes g3. Or pawn takes. What if I do pawn takes? I mean, what is my threat there? Not clear. Rook takes is a little more active with the pieces. No problem at all. I'm not the only master streamer hating the London. Yeah, I mean, it's gotten to be like kind of an obsession. I hate the Smith Moro too. The C3 Sicilian. It's not the only opening I hate. I mean, I would hate probably any opening that's that popular, that people just play it blindly, just because it's like a trend. I hate trends in general, so it fits my modus operandi. Bishop f4. Triple exclaim. Bishop f4 is okay, but it doesn't threaten anything other than temporarily. Agnes Karyuski, thank you for the donation, 200 bits, guys. Much appreciated if you can support the stream. Guys, I have to leave a little bit earlier. I usually finish at 1:30. I have to leave at like 1:15, 1:20 at the latest. Bad bishop, bad queen. Are you saying that I have a bad queen? Is that what you're intimating? Intimations. This does look kind of dangerous for white. Where's my attack? So after bishop e2, is black maybe worse? I hate the way I played this. After f6, maybe I'm worse. This roller with b4 is suddenly very strong. Why don't I just freaking play rook h8? What is wrong with me? If I had just simply played rook h8, it would have been... Okay, I was afraid knight takes g5. And then his king can run up to g2 and f3. I think that white might be better after this move. And yes, I have a bad queen. It's my only bad piece, but it's making up for everybody. I mean, it's not bad. Obviously, I'm going to take here on b4. It's not bad on this diagonal so much. But on bishop e2, I would have had huge problems. Bishop e2 helps him tremendously. Now he has control of the white squares. Bishop e2, queen e2. I have no mate threats or anything. I'm probably worse. Maybe I'm not worse, but I mean, let's see, bishop e2, queen e2, queen c7, and then white can play either b5 or b takes c. And his play on the b file is at least dangerous as anything else. Look. So prior to the last move, I'm screwing this up. I had one move, I didn't see it. I was afraid if I play rook h8, he has knight takes g5, and somehow that's okay. Bishop takes g3 is a beautiful move. Queen d8, maybe. But bishop g4 is a terrible move. Terrible. F6 isn't great. Yeah, why didn't I play rook h8 here is my problem. Because if he plays king g2, I have bishop g4, any sort of very strong move there. What did I play here instead? I played bishop g4. This move is so stupid. Now it's not simple at all. Bishop e2, queen e2. I was looking at like g4, f5, queen c7. After queen c7, white has a lot of counterplay. The g4 square, the b file. I'm not even sure that I'm winning. I'm not even sure that he's not better. Trading my white square bishop is a disaster for me. It's his bad bishop for my good bishop. B takes c. Apparently I'm winning, but I never would have found the right moves in time pressure here. Alright. London system. I love it. Alright, Antonio's here. He's coming back. Thanks for being a subscriber, man. Alright, at least I get white. You would have had white if you hadn't bailed. No, I don't know. I don't remember. I bet our score with white and black is like ridiculous. Like with white, Antonio probably has like 50%. But with black, he's a disaster. He's much stronger with white. It's not easy, you know, being black in chess or anywhere. Alright. Unless you're Andras Shadorian. Guys, I want to know if everybody enjoyed the team arena yesterday. Troll in a roll, you played in the team arena, correct? Yeah, you're very devoted to the initiative, Antonio. And you play extremely well with it. Well, then you know what you need to work on. Queen's Gambit. I'm expecting the Albin or something. Who played in the team arena yesterday? Asterbait? You guys want to keep doing team arenas? I just want to get some feedback. Because they want to set up another team arena. I just want to register if everybody approves. I like it. It's okay. If everybody said it sucked, I wouldn't do it. It's a lot of work to have 2 streams in one day. For me. I'm thinking it will like spiral out of control soon. To the point where there'll be like 15 teams and... You know, it'll be like total chaos, but maybe that's not a problem. All right, I had a game like this last week against somebody, maybe in the Hungarian All-Stars arena. Yeah, it was against Schieberspieler, I think. In fact, where it wasn't his exact position. It must have been a different move order, but he actually kept this pawn. It was like a Catalan. Really, the knight was on f6. It feels like Catalan. I don't know any theory. I just sacrificed this pawn on principle. But Antonio here, losing a tempo with c6, c5, does that seem right? You literally played c6 and c5. Why don't I feel like I'm up a tempo here? Shouldn't you just be like a full tempo down in a standard Catalan position? Did I waste a tempo? It doesn't feel like I'm up a tempo. Isn't that weird? But his knight's not an f6. It's supposed to be on f6. Just my imagination. Yeah. This is correct. Queen a4. Correct for me, not for you. This is bad for black. What are you doing? You're a clear tempo down. I'm much okay. I didn't make any mistakes, but you made the same pawn move twice. And I'm wondering why. The end game. I'm not going to give him the end game. The end game's fine. Queen d8 check. King d8. Rook d1 check. Something like knight a3, knight d2 probably. Knight d2, knight a5. The only problem with team arenas is I get tons of 2,000, 2,100 players for my 1,700. Yeah, I don't... Well, I mean, that's the way all the arenas work, right? Just kind of play the players in your point group. It's normal. I get a pretty wide variety. You know, once in a while one of the top players, and then I'll get a lot of people who are like 1,700. So it's a pretty wide distribution. Pretty much alternating between playing someone strong and someone weaker. But it's fun not playing like strong players or weak players continuously. I mean, I've got a mix of both. You never know what you're going to get. I'm just a tempo up. I had a game with Kosic like this, where he had another tempo. Castles, knight c3, and then like, he played queen e7, which was some kind of weird move. Yeah, a very similar position, where he did the same thing as you. So Antonio was like a clear tempo down. I know I've said that like a million times. Queen h4. Waiting for him to play h6 here. Can you do that? He's like a different player with black. You need just to spend 6 months working on black. Why did you stop playing the Budapest though? I don't think it's that bad. I thought you were doing alright against me with the Budapest. It's more like your style. Oh, it's fun opening day. Why didn't anybody tell me that? Nobody reminded me. I'm just playing my usual stuff. I think I really have dementia. Alright, it's hot in here now, but the sun is gonna be a problem. Maybe I could just open it a little. Guys, it's supposed to be fun opening day. I wasn't paying attention to those who reminded me. Troll always messes me up with the chess 960. Troll comes with the first challenge on Weird Openings Day, and then that immediately causes me like no end of difficulties. Because as soon as he challenges me to chess 960 now, I've completely forgotten about the fact that we're supposed to play unusual openings. Because openings don't matter. There is no openings in chess 960. Alright. Queen h4. I could have played bishop h4, I guess. Black's pretty active here, and not so easy to punish him for that structural rupture on the king side. Not so easy. Maybe I should transfer my queen now while I have the time. He's got very good control of the d4 square. I'm a one-trick pony in this game. You know, the only thing I've got is that king side. Weakness. Impressive, dude. Even just knight takes f6 might be a mistake. Even knight e4 is probably a mistake. Black has played this really well. He seems fine here. I have to be careful I'm not worse. Okay, he is tied down to f6, so his queen can't just go out to b4 or something crazy. That is a serious, like, limitation. But the D file. Damn the D file. Chess base. I'm surprised they have any customers anymore. The dinosaur of the chess world. I lost patience with chess base when they failed to really implement any sort of like upgrade capability for their programs. If you want to get something, you have to like buy an all new chess base. I mean, it's like so 20th century. They deserve to die, like all companies that can't adapt to the modern world. So now I mean, e3 is a good move. Or is it? My queen is just a joke. I can't just be giving him a pawn. That's it. I can't just give him my b2 pawn. Very important. The pillow guy knows how to adapt, but he's about to be done too, right? He tied his cart to a hopeless loser. Sadly, even after Trump goes, the pillow guy is still going to be making millions. But at least he won't become like the governor of some state or something. If you're not an American, you probably know what I'm talking about, but there's this pillow guy who's like a complete scam artist. Sells my pillow. Alright, whatever. Morales, you're a tough customer. He has political ambitions. He might as well just be like a preacher on television or something. Bishop, I'm walking into that. Unbelievable. I'm walking into bishop d3. Man, Morales is evil. Can I ever have a threat or do anything active? Nightmare. I always feel weird saying Nightmare. Welcome. How does the bishop on h6? Do you like that? You feel good about that? Are you comfortable with that bishop on h6? Is it like my pillow? Guaranteed comfort for the rest of your life. The bishop on h6. What am I going to do with this guy? He's literally like taking away all the squares for my queen. All I want to do is like coordinate my pieces back, but he won't let me. Won't leave me alone. Damn it, he saw my trick. You saw my trick with queen c8 and rook c8? Look at this, he's trying to set up tricks with my bishop now. Don't I have anything here? Driving me crazy, dude. It's always a good time to offer a draw. When your opponent now has, for the first time, lost a sense of fear. Wow, F4, OMG. Oh no. How can he be that fast? He lost on time. So the position is becoming kind of sharp. I have the threat of F5, F6, bishop C8 sometimes. What is my ping? Yeah, I'm up to 184. That's not good. CPU, probably. I got no other... Can anybody recommend like a good app for CPU temp? Something that doesn't have a virus that I can download? Does anybody know like a CPU temp program that's safe to download? My ping was up to 184 toward the end there. But I've got nothing else running. So what's happening? Is it a draw? I mean, it should be a draw, but I think white has a pull here. Let me just see this position before we go on to the next game. It was kind of back and forth. Stockfish says I'm clearly better. Alright. It's a scary king, though. Like, objectively, when you offer to draw, Antonio, it's probably a draw. But, I mean, for the first time, I was like, oh, I can't lose. I was just happy to trade queen so I can't get mated on the long diagonal anymore. And then you offer to draw. But you were cagey there. That's like a Nefedov draw for Trey Young. I don't play rated here on my stream. If you'd like to re-challenge me to casual, 5-3 through 7+3. Yeah, I mean, really tough game. I wasn't worse, apparently, but I was very, very nervous during that battle. One mistake, like, I would have lost. There were back rank problems, the long diagonal. Morales was playing like a maniac, like himself, like his normal self. After that opening, alright, he's just going to keep re-challenging me. If you're going to just keep re-challenging me, I have to block you. I asked people not to challenge me rated. Looks like my ping is up again. 217. We might even lose the stream with a ping like that. I shouldn't turn on the engine. Guys, please support the stream by subscribing and make a donation if you can afford it. I have gift subs from Bob, Mr. Coffee, Move11. Also, donations from Jim, Agnes Kariuski, Ams on Twitch. I'm not sure if those are up to date. We do need your support to keep the stream going. Well, I mean, you put yourself in a position that was very hard to play with the bishop on h6, Antonio. Like, you couldn't do any of the active moves you would want to because you keep getting trouble with the back rank. But you apparently had a win at one point. What was that? What did I miss here? What? You have a win in this position. e4. Oof. So that's a problem. Yep. That's pretty obvious. I didn't want to play e4. Obviously because of the d4 square going completely to the dark side. But I just simply didn't calculate. Yeah, that's a serious problem. But you had a good game here. I don't know what I missed. I mean, in the opening. Here, if we look at like bishop f5, I'm better apparently. I have to play very precisely, knight d2, knight e4 to pressurize f6. But that's the kind of move, I don't know. I would find it in a tournament game. Schieberspieler. Yesterday's rabbit tournament made me very slow. I'm down on time in every 3-0 game. Yeah, you see, it is addictive. It is addictive, but I think it's good for your chess. You know, but I think that if you look at... Honestly, Schieberspieler, like you, are one of the few players who plays all the different time controls. Maybe not classical, but you've got a lot of games in rapid, so I think that you obviously have the ability to readjust. I was actually saying that the other day. A lot of people can't adjust at all. It's just not gonna. It's gonna take you a little time, but you know how to do that. Obviously, you're playing rapid. You built your rapid rating up to the top. Some of the top rated players on lichess, so you obviously know how to recalibrate your speed. But I know what you're saying. Yeah, it is hard to change from 3-0 to 7+3. I still think it's good for your game. The rapid games are probably ideal for improving your game. I think that the most important thing is thinking deeply, and then you work on getting faster. First priority has to be playing good chess, and then you play it faster and faster. Not the other way around. It's not like you play as fast as you can and you get better at it. I think first of all you play great chess, and then make the great chess faster and faster. I mean, that's the secret. But I'm not very good at taking my own advice. Aspirante Maestro. All right. Arctane. The problem with a lot of people, especially young players, they think that the secret is to move as fast as you can, but the worst Blitz players who don't improve are ones who are like playing trash, like bullet games. They're 1500. They don't get any better because all they think about is like moving fast. Take a year or two and learn to like really play well, and then you can start thinking about trying to be super fast. I used to see this when I played like live Blitz with people in the chess cafe years ago. The ones that never got better were the guys who just like tried to play really fast without really trying to play well. They're just playing for time, and their game it has no depth to it, you know. Unfortunately, I don't think that bullet chess has done a lot of good. Making chess faster doesn't make it better. I don't know. We'll see what happens in the chess world once things go back to normal from COVID. But I would hope that we're still going to play, classical chess will still be the dominant thing. Some people, like Maurice Ashley, would like to see chess change to like rapid. That would be like standard chess for Maurice Ashley. Rapid chess would be the gold standard, or something like slow blitz or fast rapid. I mean, I don't think that's good. You know, I don't want chess to be changed where the standard is like blitz and rapid. The idea is to make it exciting for the media or for spectators. But my argument is that you might as well just play another game then, you know. Just play something else like video games. Why try to change chess completely? It's cool to play fast chess, but I don't think it's a substitute for real chess. But I think your game will improve if you play deeper games. It's like Botvinnik didn't play 1 minute chess, you know. And he was one of the greatest players of all time. You don't need to play that fast to become one of the greatest players, and probably you won't. I mean, I think like Hikaru and Magnus are exceptional. Hikaru was always a blitz player. I'm surprised he got to where he did in slow chess. Because most people like Hikaru who are so obsessed with blitz, because he always was, they never developed their slow game, or they're too impatient in their slow game. So it's a credit to Nakamura that he was able to do that, because most people like myself, I don't think we thought he would get that far, because he was primarily focusing on blitz. You got to be able to play the different type controls like they're different games. You know, I think that's why Schieberspieler is good at it. Rapid is rapid, blitz is blitz, and classical chess is another thing. Bullet is another thing. They're almost like different games. I think Magnus is obviously pretty good at that. Separating them into compartments. They say that men are good at compartmentalizing things. I heard some comedian talking about that once. But, Aspirante Maestro, I don't know. I think we can clamp down here now with c5. He's been waiting too long. Compartmentalize the time controls. Don't let them like blur into one. They're all different, you know. When you play blitz, it's blitz. When you play bullet, it's bullet. When you play classical, it's classical. Rapid is rapid. They're different things that require different skills, different mindsets, and different strategies. And I think it might be easier for Schieberspieler if he just thought about it in that way, you know. They're just different things. That way you won't confuse them. You have a different speed for playing. They're not just all one thing. A different speed for playing rapid. A different speed for playing... Even Blitz with increment or without increment is tricky. Because that's actually quite different. It's very hard to adjust to increments if you're not used to it. Here I'm not sure. Maybe I should take that. My choice is b4. b4. And then bishop f8, c5. Problem is, black can probably get in d6 or d5 there. So I should think about taking this straight up. It's a valuable piece. I think Schieberspieler would like this position for white. Pretty good technical advantage. I was thinking about your accelerated dragon. Your accelerated dragon Marazzi question, you know, yesterday, and I have an idea for a way white can play that line better. We were talking about bishop d4 in that line of the Marazzi we had yesterday, and I'm not sure, but it just feels like, I know that's the main move there. It feels like white could try to play something more like keeping all the pieces on the board, you know. You have a Marazzi type position, you have more space. Bishop d4 is trading pieces, which is usually something black kind of goes for. So I was looking at this before, now I remembered it. We talked about like white playing bishop basically with black, waiting for black to play queen e7. So you play like g3 instead of queen bishop d4, and then you play, I play queen e7, and now you play like bishop g5. So basically what you try to do is to get me to weaken my position. That's the one thing that scares me in that Marazzi. That I would consider for you. Seriously. So the plan would be g3 followed by bishop g5, waiting for me to play queen e7, then play bishop g5, getting me to play f6, then going back. And then I'm sitting here with my bishop on g7. So I'm going to have to play f5. You know, so you basically, the position could become kind of sharp though. Because if you play g3 and I play f6, f5, the long diagonal will be... I think that you're slightly better with bishop d4. But if you want to play for more, and I think a lot of top grandmasters might like your position, but others might want to play for more. If white wants to play for more, I think that would be the best plan, you know, to try to induce weaknesses in black's position. But it's definitely more dangerous. Like the way you played it is very, very safe, and you just have like a slight advantage without any risk of losing. So it's kind of a tough call if you want to give up your chances for, you know, playing without any risk or not. But I remember that we had looked at it before with one of my students. Rook b6 here is a funny move. Is this just winning? Maybe not, but it's really close. Objectively a winning position for me, but I might have to be a little bit accurate. Those bishops are just too strong. Guys, you can challenge me to 5-3 through 7+3. I'm going to be here for another 45 minutes. Tell me what you think, Schieberspieler, about g3, bishop g5, bishop e3, bishop g5. I've got a headache today. I don't know why. Too much chess streaming. Take this and b7 and it's over. So I just win immediately. c7, b7. Game over. Okay, but black's opening wasn't right. I didn't really talk about it. This is played by some people, but you've got to be very careful. When you play queen c7, bishop e2, knight takes d4, bishop c5, I'm not sure. I had a game with Pascal Charbonneau once in U.S. Amateur Team Championship. He did something like this, and he managed to draw, but it's generally considered not really correct for black. So are you threatening anything? I'm actually not queening my pawn. I thought I was winning directly. That's awkward. Counting your chickens before they hatch. Damn, I thought it was just over, and it's not. So instead of rook c7, bishop takes e4. Yeah, better. I've got to learn to be more materialistic, I think. Now it could be very, very tricky to actually win this position. But that's got to be winning. I mean, unless there's some way my king can't get in. I'm not sure if he could have tried b4, but then his a6 pawn is weak. Objectively, it's got to be winning for white. He's totally paralyzed. It was probably lost anyway. But Antonio, you're right. As always. Eventually, it's just too much for black here. Can he defend? No. No, sadly, he can't. Gotta be accurate. Damn. That's a mistake. He should probably play f5 there. I guess e4. Yeah, this is tough. Wow. Is this a stupid idea? He didn't expect e5. Now it's finally over. I mean, I don't know. Is there somewhere he has a draw in this position? Did I screw it up? Or is that always winning? Because I don't like the way I played it either. First of all, starting with Antonio's suggestion of not playing rook c7. This is much more concrete. That just decimates his pawn structure. I mean, yep. There's no getting back from that, you know? Once that's gone, then his whole pawn structure is totally demented. That was a serious mistake. Probably I was still winning, but I made it very hard for myself by not doing that. Yeah, good call. Good call. Troll in a roll. We already played. El Rostor, welcome. Arctane. Yeah, Schieberspieler. I like that. It looks like Bishop D4 is okay. You're certainly fine. Sure. I'll remember not to play the accelerated dragon against you. Or I'll have to play a different variation. I really don't like playing... I don't think there's any answer to the Marazzi. Objectively, white is just better. Not easy. Alright, guys. 35. We've got like 40 minutes left. I like the way he wanted to sacrifice his d5 pawn and blockade with his king on d7. I mean d6. I wonder if there's some really messed up position where he's 2 pawns down there. It's like a blockade. Arctane. I've never played this guy. Weird openings. I totally forgot it was weird openings day. All day today. Whatever. So bishop g7, h4. That's played against the Grunfeld. In honor of a weird openings day. We had fun anyway. That's why I changed it to fun openings. I guess I just didn't have my heart in it today with the weird openings. Yeah, now we transpose to the Grunfeld with h4. I don't know this at all. I had someone try to play it against my King's Indian a couple weeks ago, and I was like, what? h4 against the King's Indian? Padron Tony. It's the first day of July, and I'm in Hungary, and I'm boiling. I want to be back at the ocean. Okay, so this h6, man. That's the real threat, I think. We're going to try to just derail black developmentally. What do we do? Bishop g5? Knight e4, bishop f4. cd5 looks natural. cd5, knight d5. How do you bust black here? It's really not that obvious. My results have been horrible since it started getting hot, and I'm trying to find a connection. I've played like the worst I've played in the last like 3 or 4 weeks in a long time, and the one constant is that I'm getting older. But the other significant thing is the heat. When I was in the United States, like we could at least like go to the beach because I wasn't far. But there's like no beach here. I feel like I have a headache today and I don't know why. Just the heat. There is a definite collapse in my playing, even this week versus last week. But it is the 1st of July. My computer is also suffering from heat-related illness. He played CD4. That's got to be just a blunder. After knight takes c5, I don't even know what I've got. I guess I'll just play e4. And it's a normal Grunfeld with your bishop on f8. But this looks really just bad for black. Can you play e6 or something? Ugh. There is this gambit in the Queen's Gambit with e6. It looks like that, but worse. Guys, I want to remind everybody that tomorrow night we're going to have our subscriber arena. See, that's what's wrong with me. Can't even talk. Subscriber stream with game analysis. I might play a couple games in the All-Star arena, but I'm not going to play the whole tournament. I'm just like playing like crap anyway. So we're going to focus on game analysis for tomorrow night's stream. So I'd like all the subscribers to submit games. I'll take up to 10 games for the subscriber stream for tomorrow night. I will send a reminder to everybody. We've been kind of cut back lately because of the Hungarian All-Stars arena. But again, I'm going to take a little bit of a timeout from that. Maybe play just a few games tomorrow night for fun. But we will focus on game analysis, which I can do. Heat or no heat. Got to be flexible. So keep that in mind. If you'd like to submit a game for the subscriber stream tomorrow night at 6:30, we'll be doing like 10 games analysis. Send a message to my account here on lichess Sparkle Horse. If you can, please include a link to the game that you'd like to analyze. The second thing I just want to verify everybody wants to continue to do the team battles on Tuesdays. I told them we would play again. For the most part, I think everybody likes that. I played h4, the Ponda attack. Ponda's got to be hot in that sleeping bag. I should really take him out of there. Alright. Feels naked. I haven't had my sleeping bag off in 2 years. Alright, dude. His camera's frozen. Sorry, man. But it's too hot for the sleeping bag. Development, schmelopment. Yeah, I mean, this is just terrible for black. You can threaten mate in 1 with queen b6 now. Astrobate, how do you feel about that? The mate in 1 concept. Good? Tranquilizer wasn't happy that you played for the Pondas. Yeah, I mean, I've known Levente for a long time, but not really close. We're not like close friends. We've played quite a few times, but the one thing I know about him is he's hyper competitive. Like, he's so hyper competitive. The arena, like the team battle, was supposed to be created for fun or whatever, you know. But he just can't help, like, he's angry because you're playing for my team. See, this is like, really, like, that's why he's a grandmaster. I mean, he's that competitive. I'm not that competitive. He's super insanely competitive. That's, man, even over the stream battle, unbelievable. All right, so you went with queen b6. I think I'm going to have to go into the ending here with queen d4. I don't have another good move. Padron Antoni, thank you. Well, listen, Schieberspieler. I mean, if he's going to, like, punish you or something, I drop my queen. Oh, my God. You don't have to play for our team every single time if you want to, like, switch or whatever. It's fine. Drop my queen. See, I blame it on the heat. I wouldn't normally make blunder like that. The problem is I could get 2 pieces for the queen. It wouldn't be so bad. Dropping f4 too. So Schieberspieler, if Tranquilizer is going to make you feel bad, you know, you can choose whichever team you want to play on. Alright, knight takes f3 check. Yeah, I guess I'm going to be resigning here shortly. Momentarily. Tragic blunder of queen. Just when we're having fun, I thought it was over. I suggested queen b6 of all things. Unbelievable. There's always hope. This is fun though. I lost it on purpose. Well, you're welcome here. I like the underdogs. I've always been an underdog team fan, personally, Schieberspieler. So, I can understand that viewpoint. Bishop b5 check. I can't believe he would give you a hard time about it, though. That's just... unbelievable. We had fun this game. This game makes the stream. Can I trap his queen? It would take superhuman effort to actually trap his queen here. Damn it, he's got bishop g4 too. Didn't see it. There's no way to trap his queen, it's hopeless. I'm down a queen for a piece here. This is ridiculous. Competent player. Too much for me. I give up. We had a little bit of a blunder situation there. Good game. Impressive performance by me. It's like the blunder of the month. Blunder of the month club. So I suggest him to play queen b6. He plays queen b6. Like, this is obviously a big problem. But I mean, clearly, like, I should play e3 here with white after queen b6. e3, queen b2, and then something like... Actually, it's a bigger problem than I thought, right? That's what it was that freaked me out. Okay, so he has e3, queen b2, and then f2 is mate too. So I have to play e3, queen b2, bishop b5 check. I don't know. I might have to actually... No problem at all. Gifted tier 1 sub. To Rossador. How do I deal with this? Thanks, no problem at all. Bishop g3 never occurred to me. Knight d4 is better than queen d4. This variation is a problem. That's what led me to blundering my queen. Because I wasn't that sure about this. You know, dropping my, like, knight on c3 or whatever. How do I deal with this? I have to, like, trade on d7. He takes on d7. Now I would have to play knight e2. I mean, it's really convoluted. So I was like, oh, okay, we'll just play queen d4. Good move. Alright, El Rossador is now a subscriber, thanks to No Problem at All. So we'll take his challenge. I don't know. Maybe I have time for like one more Blitz game after this. Thanks, no problem at all. So we'll play something different here. We'll play something different. 2 Nights Tango. Thanks for the gift sub. 5 emotes shared. Yeah, thanks to you guys. Nightmare Griffin also played in the stream. The team battle. Got a new follow. Yeah, you're a hero here, Shieber Spieler. We need all the heroes we can get. Knight c3 is actually a pretty good move. Against Erdos, I played like e5 in a rapid game. It's a terrible line for black. e5, d5, knight e7, h4 for white. But I mean, I guess I have no other move. Like e5, I mean e6, e4 is just a terrible position for black. What other variation is there? e6, e4. Bishop e4. I had somebody play that against me, actually. e6, e4, bishop e4, e5. It doesn't look right for black. So I literally have to play. Well, like d5 is a bad Chigorin. That's known. You have to play e5 here. And this is a problem. Maybe like knight b8 isn't that bad. I mean, I guess h4, so you know that, or you just played it because I suggested it. That's my game with Victor. He actually lost to someone playing this with white. Which is kind of funny. Yeah, knight g8. It would be strange if El Rosador knew this. It's not something like everybody knows. Kind of... Okay, this is probably a mistake. So he's just following my advice. Yeah, that's the theory, Antonio. That's my game with Victor, but Victor played like the correct move here. What was it? Maybe e3, ironically. I can't remember now. It was like years ago. It was a rapid game. I'm thinking he might have even played e3. I don't think that e4 is right, though. This is actually the best move for black, supposedly. I never played the 2 Nights Tango too much. Maybe in a handful of games. Practically never in a real game. Something like that, like in rapid chess, maybe. Knight f3. Do I have knight g4 right away? Are we winning? That's why I need an extra. Yeah. You can look up all the players in the All-Star Arena, but I don't like that. You know, it's kind of more fun to wonder who people are. Like, I guess that Fekete Bari was Clara Varga. I didn't want to guess it. Like, I didn't want to look at the list. I knew this. I had to figure it out, like, who it was in my mind, you know. So, who is this player who's, like, fast and can beat me in Blitz, but is only a WIM? And I was like, who is this person, you know? But I didn't want to look it up. It's like cheating. So I actually thought about it for a while. And I figured it out on my own without looking them up. Because there's nobody else, like... Seriously, a WGM, there's lots of really strong WGMs, but who's a strong enough WIM to be really, really good at Blitz, you know, and not that good at long games? Knight d4. Alright, so knight takes f2, queen f2. We have good detectives here on my stream. One of our specialties. But I like the fact that the All-Star Arena does that. There's a list of players. Because otherwise, like, people just keep creating new accounts and stuff. One of the problems with the streamer battle, there are a few. In Hungary, I mean, the best Blitz players are WGMs. I mean, there's some young players who I haven't played yet, you know, to be fair. I don't mean like WIMs in the world. I'm talking about like in Hungary players that I know, you know, in that particular arena. I'm not saying there's no strong WIMs in the world, but this was... it's not that big of a chess community in Hungary, so I was like, who is that? And I had forgotten about Clara, because she doesn't play that much. That escaped me. But, I don't know, about the team arena, right? It almost might be best to have the same rule implemented, honestly. What do you think? I mean, because the team arena, you've got, like, random people who are, like, 2,700 with 10 games played, you know. Who are they? I like that idea. There's, like, a spreadsheet, and everybody has an identity. I mean, I have other friends on Facebook, like British players. They've had like the British Blitz Championship online or whatever, and there's huge problems with cheating. So they implemented this thing where you have to show your identity. I mean, that's like an official tournament though. It still didn't discourage some people from cheating, but I think it's not a bad idea. At the same time though, like you may not want people to know who you are, so I can understand if like Schieberspieler didn't want people to know who he is. But I try not to reveal necessarily the names of people if I can help it. Sometimes it's, you know, at this point it's obvious who people are if there's a spreadsheet being circulated. But I respect people's anonymity to some degree. But if it's like a real tournament, I think there should definitely be open oh my god, it's the day of the blunder. Yes. Game on. I hung my queen last game and now I hung a piece. And his king's on e3. What is wrong with me? I thought it was protected only once. I mean, you know, I've been playing chess online since like 1992, and a lot of people generally, you know, they want to keep their opening preparation secret, so some people prefer to be anonymous, and it's understandable. Yeah, I also... But I'm not competing or playing in a lot of tournaments these days. Maybe when I was more active, it would have been more important to be anonymous. I just dropped a piece, man. I've got this heat. I think it's a heat headache. But this makes it exciting. I mean, his king is on e3. Computer is going to say that black is lost in this position. But I don't think in a practical game it's that easy in Blitz. Black needs 3 pawns for the piece. And even then it's a tough game. Komodo. Who produces Komodo? I mean, I guess it was like a private programmer. And then ChessBase has a license to sell it. I haven't heard much about Komodo lately. He hasn't been trending. CD 95. CD 95, actually. This is a mess. Thanks for watching, guys. I noticed another player from the team battle was here. Didn't I play Feel the Thunder in the team battle? F5. Yeah, the Dutch is a perfect opening for me to play. Feel the Thunder, you're from Romania. You were on Tranquilizer's team? I can't remember which team it was. I'm lost in this position. I'm just lost. Great maneuver by El Rosador. Dropped a piece. This is not good. My queen is misguided. I really need like F5 to get some counterplay, but it's not working. F5. Desperate. What would the Bourdonnais do? Resign? How about resign? I'm totally lost here. I'm just down a piece. I mean, it's a knight in the center of the board. El Rosador. Capable player. Last game I dropped my queen. Now I dropped a piece. I don't know what's up with me, but it's really bad. I was never one to like make a lot of like one move blunders. Actually gonna play this. Doesn't seem like a good idea, but there is no counterplay for black here. Hopeless. This is totally hopeless. Only on time possible to win. Just might as well resign. I don't see there was any chance though, even if I don't trade queens. Theoretically, I could get some pawns rolling, I thought. So I didn't realize Asterbait was the Impalers. All right, I didn't know Asterbait was a Le Bourdonnais fan. I don't think I ever met a fan of Le Bourdonnais. That's pretty old school. So here, unfortunately, I thought I was trapping a piece, but he's already seen that. He's already seen that there's an answer. That's impressive. I can't calculate that fast, for sure. It must be cooler in Ireland. I was doing a lesson with somebody in the UK the other day. They don't seem to have the heat that we have here. in the moment. This is slow. Obviously slow. How does this work? We're in the box here. Alright, so I was lost from the moment I dropped a piece. He never gave me another chance. That's impressive. No counterplay. I like this move, particularly here. There's nothing I can do. Queen f4 was the best move even by Stockfish. That's how bad my position is. I literally have to trade queens. It's the best move. My only hope. This is like just over. Yeah, I mean, I was totally winning. It's a crazy position. White should be lost, so it's pretty tragic to blunder a piece here. He has some practical chances still. It's not over. But, you know, white is just a clear pawn down with his king in the middle of the board. And I did this. But after that, you played perfectly. Good game. Alright, I got time for one more game. I gotta run, guys. Happy Max challenged me to rated. So, Araz. Normally I'm streaming till 1:30, but today I have a video an audio video I have to attend to on Wednesdays. Usually I have to quit a little bit earlier, unfortunately. I'd like to keep blundering pieces with you guys. Let's play one more fun opening there. El Rostador made an inaccuracy at some point, blundering f2. He must have listened to me about h4 and then just tried to play in his own and not known the lie. Because the e4 is already a mistake, I think. Erdos played e3. No, it had to be knight f3 then. I don't know, I think it was knight f3. It couldn't be e3, could it? Could have played e3 now, I don't remember. It was rapid chess like 8 years ago. But anyway, that's kind of a dubious variation for black, to say the least. I'm just going to take this last challenge from Raz, if I can get there. An audio video, or a video audio. It's a video with just audio and video. No webcam. Alright, I don't have to, I can do the video in my underwear. Just the chessboard and audio. As opposed to, like, you know, actually appearing on the screen. Okay, let's play something weird. B4. A hybrid. Should you play B5 or A3 in this type of position? Play A3. By the way, El Padron. We should call you El Padron, but anyway. Speaking of podcasts, I had someone ask me recently, is anybody still doing podcasts? Because I don't follow, like, chess podcasts. It used to be kind of a thing. Is that still a thing? I mean, do people still really do podcasts? I know, like, Ben Johnson does the perpetual podcast. I would think that podcasts would die. I mean, with streaming and stuff. But if anybody has any, like, podcasts they like, would recommend, I'd like to know, for a friend of mine who was asking about it. So, Aga Mator? My chess isn't the same since it started being hot. I'm going to have to start taking donations for air conditioning. So there's one with MVL and one with the car. Oh, you mean Agama Mater did them with those guys as like guests or whatever. I gotcha. Oh no, I don't mean. I mean like chess-wise, Mr. Coffee. I'm glad you like Joe Rogan. Obviously, yeah, I didn't make it clear, but chess would be the concept. So this is now a structural advantage to black. As I said earlier, A pawns aren't so bad. Probably the best isolated pawn to have. But I won't defend, you know, I will never defend like, here we go, losing more material with A5. I will not defend the Grob or the orangutan Polish as good openings. But a Raz, very solid play by black. Chess Talk podcast. Right, the Perpetual Chess podcast was one that a lot of people... I know like Alexander Kosteniuk used to do a podcast. I never listened to it. It just seems so passé now, the whole concept of podcast. It's like talking about television. VCRs. That's my question, I think, you know. Is podcast just like talking about VCRs? The name is sort of weird, podcast. iPods. What is a pod? Podcast. This guy is seriously solid. So now which way do you take back? With the pawn or with the queen? Less pawn moves equals less weaknesses, theoretically. But you might want to take with the pawn here because of the open C file, right? It's kind of a tough call. I don't think that's an easy decision. The portable podcast. If I could trade off my A pawn, I end up with a bigger pawn island. Bigger is always better. Not only in chess. Okay, this is kind of tricky, but we're going to play Queen B4. A digital recording of music, news, or other media that can be downloaded from the internet to a portable media player. Portable media player, PMP. The term originated from POD, meaning portable on demand, and cast. VCR, video cassette recorder. Can somebody Google that? Portable on demand. No, that's interesting. I didn't know that it was actually named for portable on demand. I thought there was something like pods. The things you put in like your washing machine. Tide Pods. See, that's a pod. No, I know you Googled it. I'm just being, like, facetious. Just for fun. Not toward you, Fortuna Chess Coach. These are deep thoughts. Yeah, I'm just asking for a friend who's interested in chess media. Do podcasts still exist? That was an important revolution in cleaning, dishwashing, and clothes washing technology, discovery of pods. Very important. When my mom had Alzheimer's, the last time she washed the clothes, she used the like dishwashing pods instead of the clothes washing pods, which is a big problem. Believe it or not. You don't want bleach necessarily in your clothes washing pods, but it doesn't really hurt the dishwashing pods. I know this is an important discussion. We're just messing around. This is not teaching us anything about chess. Dishwashing pods in the clothes washing machine, not a good idea. And it definitely had a strange effect on the clothes. So we win a piece. Very high quality play by me in this game. I'm a tactical buzzsaw. I drop my queen, I drop my knight, but I redeem myself by picking off a 2-move tactic here in the final game of today's stream. Teaching about real life. And even in Hungary, we have pod technology. It first came out of the United States. It's been all over the world now. We use the dishwashing pods in my house, but the old school detergent in the washing machine. That's the system here. The merging of, you see, iPod and broadcasting. That's the thing that I'm getting to. iPod. You see, that's why you can call it, what was it that we found on Google? But I really feel like it was driven by the iPod, the whole naming of it, you know. Now we're getting the truth. There's this other thing called pods, which is really cool. I have a storage unit in the United States where I have to pay like rent basically for putting stuff, and they have these giant storage units that are like mobile, and you can put all the stuff you want to put in it for a price, and they just like take it away with a giant truck, and then you call them and you have them bring it back when you need it, you know, and they're called pods. But it's extremely expensive. It's like prohibitively expensive. It's a really good business. They just like drop the pod off at your house. You know, for rich people, it's like perfect. Make the stuff disappear and then come back. Anyway, guys, it's been kind of a weird stream. I dropped a lot of pieces. We got one back here. Portable and on-demand storage. There you go. That's perfect. Portable on-demand storage. So they stole the idea. That's genius. Guys, tomorrow night I'm going to do a streamer battle, yeah. I'm going to do a analysis stream. So I'll play a couple games in the All-Star Arena, but just for fun. We're going to focus back on our fundamentals. Since I suck and I can't play anymore, I'd rather just focus on analyzing games for tomorrow night's stream. So we're going to do game analysis subscriber stream tomorrow night, 6:30 CEST. Give me a little break from playing because I'm like incompetently broken. I will again, I'll play a couple games, but we'll focus on analyze the game. So if you'd like to submit a game, if you're a subscriber to the stream, something to analyze for Thursday, just send me a message on lichess to Sparkle Horse, and that's what we're up to. Tomorrow, I'm going to get a break. It's extremely hot here, and I'm sweating, and I have a headache, and I hope you guys feel well. But we'll be back on Thursday. Thanks for watching. Thanks, guys. Sorry about the queen and the knight. We'll try to play better next time. Bye-bye.